If there were 200 non-Indigenous children dying from this every year in, say, somewhere like the capital or in Brisbane or Perth, the fact that we're still dealing with this would be a different story. What we need to do is, again, educate our communities, educate the broader community about the prevalence of the disease and what we need to do to get rid of it. How many people are dying? How many people are affected with this? How many new cases we're coming across every single day that can seriously impede the progression of children's lives, and how sad it is for parents and grandparents and aunties and uncles to see these children dying as a result of a completely preventable disease. It's been described as a disease that relates specifically to poverty, and when we're thinking about Australia and how rich a country we are and how health is a basic right, we're talking about closing the gap and the government's agenda around that. And so I think we need to really understand these effects, understand that people are dying, our children are dying. We shouldn't be thinking about this disease, that it's affecting Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander communities and children and people and their families. We should be really understanding that it's affecting and killing Australians, young Australians, and affecting young Australian families. How many people are dying from this and how many families are being affected by this, not only in remote communities, but in urban settings like where we are now in northern Queensland, Cairns. Shay is an 11-year-old, beautiful Aboriginal girl with such a bright future. For another decade, she has to have this procedure, and to do that with such bravery. I have children, and I couldn't imagine having to go through that and seeing my child being exposed to that. More people need to have interactions with these youths that are exposed and that are suffering with or living with RHD. And seeing the emotion in some of the practitioners yesterday, the amazing tenacity and the fact that they are just so passionate about what they're doing. Seeing these particular health professionals working to try to combat this disgusting disease just really makes me want to be a champion also for the cause. It was just a pleasure to be around them yesterday. I've been working with the Take Heart, Deadly Heart project as a presenter of the film and the documentary, helping to promote the story of people's lives that have been affected. The more that we can promote it, the more that we can educate Australians about what's happening, the quicker we'll be able to take some action around what needs to be done to eradicate RHD in contemporary Australian society.